Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to know a interesting topic for reasoning. So this is symbol series. So now before we start the solving, let's ask you a quick question. Have you ever seen a pattern like stars or square or various shapes and wonder what comes the next? So this is exactly what we are learning in this topic. So in symbol series, our job is to find the hidden patterns among different symbols or shape and then predict the next one in the series. So it's just like a number series, but instead of number, we play with the symbol like triangle, star, or squares or rectangles, and even arrows. So by the end of this class, you will be able to identify easily how this pattern repeat and change or rotate, and how quickly you can spot the answer in the exam. So let's start with the basics and some fun examples. So here we can see the missing figure. There are various figures given by 5 by 5 columns are there, columns and rows are there. So in the last column we can see a black color column. So this column is moving in the second row. In the second position, here we can see in the fourth column it is moving. It is just moving from top right hand corner to the right to left one space at a time. A black square, it is originally in the top right hand corner and it is moving right to left one space at a time. So here we can see option A. Is this a missing figure? No. If we see option B, this is also not a missing figure. Now let's see option C. Yes, this one, it shows the other black square, it is moving from bottom to the top in a correct manner. And even the side, from the side also it is moving in a correct way. So this one is the correct option in the third position. Now let's see the second example. What come next in the sequence? Here we can see there is a plain line, then a tilted line, then tilted from both the end, and then highly tilted at the next end. We have to find out the arms, these arms which are tilted, they are moving in a clockwise in 45-degree or not. So what comes the next sequence? So option A, here we can see tilted but it is not at 45-degree. Then option B, we can see it is tilted inside, so this one is also not the correct one. Then option C, here this one is the correct because it is forming an arm that move in a clockwise turn of 45-degree. So the next sequence is C. So this one is the correct option, and option D, it is totally wrong because both the arms, they are tilted inwards. So this is the wrong one. So let's know the next one. Let's find the missing square. Now we can see here the missing square are given. So these are present inside the squares, the circular structures, the curves which are present. These are the arcs that are present inside the circle. So we have the options here A, B, C and D. We have to find out the correct one. So we can see the first one, first row, the columns inside this. So in each horizontal and vertical row of the square, it contains a 3 square. They are determined. These 3 square, they are determined. These content of the 3 square, they are determined by the content of the first 2 square. We can see here. Means if we add we can see these shapes, different shapes, and the line, they are carried forward only when they appear in the same position in the first 2 squares. So we can see the option A, that is not relating to both the given options, which is missing. So let's see B1. This one is also not the correct one. If we see the option C, yes, this forms the correct option. Here we can see that the arc that are forming, they are forming the correct circle inside this particular square. So here the line, they are carrying forward only when they are appear in the same position in the first 2 square. We can see here. So the missing square is C. Now let's see the next question. Here we can see hexagon should replace the question mark. Which hexagon? So here we have Looking across and down, the same color dot appears in the same position in the first two hexagon. It is carried forward to the third hexagon. But then changes from white to black and vice versa. We can see in which option. Like question number in the option number A, we can see here the one, it is the correct one. So B, C and D we don't have to see because they are not the correct options. So it is exactly coming at the center. The colored black colored circle which is present, this small color dot, it appears in the same position in the first two hexagon and it is carried forward to the next three hexagon. Now let's see the next diagram. So we have to find out the missing figure which replaces the question mark. So we can see the black colored circle that is moving 3 step clockwise and the white one that is moving 2 step clockwise in each turn. So the correct answer for this will be, is it option A? Yes, it is exactly the same. The black color, it is moving the 3 step clockwise and the white circle, it is moving 2 step clockwise in each turn. So here the correct option will be A. So here we can see various example and we have to solve this. Direct question, select a figure from the answer set which will continue the series established by the four problem. Like A, B, C, D options are given and we have to find out the correct option. So starting with the first one, the star question. Here let's find out the correct one. So now here we can see here the star is there and a circle is there. We have to find out the correct option. Try to find out the correct option in this particular question. So the circle move half a side of a square which is boundary in a clockwise direction in each step. So here we can see option A. Is it matching? No. Option B. It is also not the correct one. Option C. Here we can see this one is a correct one. According to this 31st question, the circle moves half a side of the square boundary in a clockwise direction in each step. Now let's see the next second question. The circle and the square moves to the adjacent portion in an anti-clockwise direction in alternate order. So here the correct option will be, is it option A? No. It is already given in the third column. You can see here. Option B. Yes, this one is the correct. Because it is showing a circle and square, they are adjacent, moving into the adjacent portion in an anti-clockwise direction and in alternate order. We can see here in option B. So this one is the correct. Now let's see the question, third question here. The circle is there with two arrows above, then three arrows, then two arrows, and then also three arrows. Now let's know all the options. Mark the correct one. So similarly, figure repeats in every second step, and each time a particular figure reappears. So it is getting rotated through 180 degree. So here we can see the first option. It is the correct one. It is rotating exactly 180 degree. Now let's see the fourth option. Here we can see the element rotating 90 degree clockwise in each step. It is moving sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4, and each space is equal to the half a side of the square boundary. So in an anti-clockwise direction. So the correct answer here is option A. Then the fifth question we can see there is a rectangle is moving sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4 and spaces, and each space is equal to half the side of the square boundary in a clockwise direction. So the circle is moving to opposite corner of the square boundary. So in each step the correct option here, the option is answer D. Then in the fifth one, the rectangle, it is moving sequentially. We can see, we have seen this. So, Thanks for watching. Do like, share and subscribe.